Hello all, how are you doing? This is Professor Bloom and I wanted to do a little video called Anatomy of a Field Trip. So as you know, you will be going to Macon, Georgia with your family and friends, whoever wants to go for a big kind of two-part day, a kickoff sort of party where you'll check in and you'll have a big introduction by the administrators from Atlanta, USG Goes Global, University System of Georgia Goes Global group. And then you'll split into country groups where I will talk to you, and then I will um, have my first two classes face to face, and Dr. Fullerton will do his first two classes face to face. And that's how we start the program off. We start a face to face, then we go online, and then we meet in country. But what I wanted to do is to show you how your field trips are vital to your learning and how I design a field trip for you. This is one part of one day's field trip. This particular day might have three things that we might do all together. I'm giving you an example of one part and how I decide how we get there and how it's connected to course material for you. So as you can see, I'm interested in this idea of blue space. I've been reading more about this, and this article will be something that will be attached into your D2L. I think we use GoView as the learning platform for study abroad. So you'll get a GoView account, and as it gets closer to May, you'll learn how to log in and how to access the course. And I will have content area in there, and one of the areas will have this article, and it's about blue space exposure. This is a really kind of a new idea, at least a new idea in research. And it talks about whether psychologically living near lakes, rivers, or canals, of course, ocean, has anything to do. This is freshwater blue space types. This is, I also get a seawater one, but we'll start talking about blue space in coastal environments. Yeah, all right. So this says, I'll look at for an article. See, I'm putting this together. This is literally anatomy of a field trip. So I want you to read this one. I'm going to have you read another one about coastal environments. There'll be other blue spaces. There is a river, in fact, that goes through Porto. So we will have plenty of time to use this article and the other article. So here's a blue space. Then I start thinking, well, something that I've seen up in Matosinhos, which is just kind of north of Porto, are these sea pools. So I've got a little interested in these sea pools. One, they're extremely interesting, right? You have different types of blue here. So when we think about blue and blue exposure, the meaning of having different colors, including the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, of course, is right there. And a famous Portuguese architect designed these pools. So we'll read about his work also. And then I start thinking about, well, since we're up here, how do we get up here? So I did a Google map where I could see Sao Bento down here in the right-hand corner, and it looks like we can take a metro. We can go for the metro from Sao Bento station. Our hotel is just kind of behind Sao Bento. It's right in this area. Maybe right around in here is the hotel. Up a hill. Walk down to Sao Bento, grab the metro, and take the metro out to Matosinhos, get out here, walk across this little bridge, up this road until we get to the sea pools. Yes, exactly what I'd like to do. And what we're going to do is a little bit of walking that day. So I would tell you, hey, look, we're going to get 99% there. It's about a 15-minute walk. I have walked across this bridge, and I have walked this section before. It's right in the ocean. It's really pretty. And of course, Portugal is a safe country. Nothing's guaranteed, but you get to experience a safe country in the world. It's so interesting. That by itself is interesting. All right. Another way to do this is I might say, well, let's take the 500 bus, and we're going to go along the water, along the river, then up to the ocean. Same place, get out and walk. Then I might think, well, after this field trip, let's say we have two other things we do during the day or one other thing that we do, and then it's time to eat. Let's say it's getting towards evening. It'll be light until 9:30, 10, of course, because it's summer. And yes, I see there's a McDonald's over here. That looks like a ways away to go. And there's actually a Burger King in here somewhere. But what I saw earlier today was a restaurant that was really near the sea pools, right in the same area. And I clicked on this one here. So as students, seafood and easygoing restaurant, that's what we're looking for. We need an easygoing place. It has two dollar signs, which to me means you can order something very small or you can order something a little bit more pricey, but you'll get to experience different types of food here. I think you should try seafood unless you're allergic or you just can't do it. Um, but you can come to this restaurant, probably Dr. Fullerton or I, or both of us, depending on how many people want to go, will stop here. If this is something you're not interested in doing, you just want to go back, then one of us usually goes back anyhow to the um, yeah to the hotel. Those look mysterious. I would eat that. I'm from Boston area, and we eat everything. So some oysters. That looks like some crab. Different types of lobsters, and fish. Looks like an amazing place to try seafood. Again, if you're not feeling adventurous, I saw on their menu, they also have a tank where you can point to the animal you want cooked. The interior is nice, but not too nice, just nice enough. And let's see here. Oh my gosh, that looks good to me. I bet you'd do okay if you could eat some shellfish. I bet that would be good. This looks like that's called a seafood rice. I bet that is also excellent. So I hope this gives you an idea of how a field trip could be made. That looks like something more mammally than fishy. All right. I hope this interests you. It looks like that they're having a feast. That looks more modest. It's supposed to be some of the best seafood in the world. All right, I hope this is something that you have found helpful. You get to see a little bit what the field trip readings are, what the field trip itself is, how I decide how we're going to get there, and a food suggestion I will make when we get into after the field trip. All right, take good care. I made a video under 8 minutes. This is a record for me. Okay, bom dia.